Imagine walking into a room and before you've even finished your first sentence, people lean in, they believe you, they trust you. That kind of influence doesn't come from titles, money, or charm. It comes from the way you communicate. Every word you choose, every pause you take, every tone you use is either building trust or breaking it. And here's the truth. Trust is the most valuable currency you will ever hold in your personal life, your career, and your relationships. Without it, everything feels shaky. With it, everything becomes possible. In this speech, I want to take you deeper into the skills that don't just make you a better communicator, but a trusted one. The kind of person others rely on, follow, and open up to without hesitation. These aren't tricks, they're principles. They're the building blocks of connection, influence, and respect. And if you learn to master them, your words won't just be heard, they'll be remembered. Stay with me until the very end, because what you're about to hear has the power to change not just how you speak, but how people experience you. If you've ever wanted to strengthen your relationships, lead with confidence, and earn trust that lasts, this is where it begins. Clarity creates safety because when your words are simple and easy to understand, people stop guessing your intentions and start trusting your direction. Think about the last time someone spoke to you in circles, used confusing terms, or left you unsure of what they actually meant. It created doubt, didn't it? Doubt is the enemy of trust, and trust is the foundation of every relationship, personal, professional, or social. When you choose clarity, you take away the hidden room where misunderstandings hide. You're telling the other person, I respect you enough to make my message simple, clear, and honest. That is how you remove unnecessary tension. That is how you create an environment where people feel safe leaning in and believing you. Clarity isn't just about words. It's also about intention. If your motive is to impress, you'll complicate things. If your motive is to connect, you'll simplify them. Clarity is courage because it takes courage to say exactly what you mean without hiding behind fancy words, without trying to manipulate, and without fear of being judged. People can sense when you are clear, not just in speech, but in spirit. And that consistency makes them trust you even more. When you speak with clarity, you leave no space for confusion. And where there is no confusion, there is comfort. That comfort makes people open their guard and allow you into their trust circle. It shows that you are not playing games. You are not leaving hidden meanings for them to decode. And you are not giving them half-truths to figure out later. Clear communication is like light in a dark room. It makes everything visible, removes doubt, and shows people where to walk. And when people can walk with you confidently, they trust you completely. Consistency builds confidence because people trust what they can predict. When your words and your actions match again and again, you become someone others can rely on without hesitation. Think about the people you look up to or lean on in your own life. You don't admire them because they were perfect once. You admire them because they showed up the same way over and over. Consistency is what tells others, this is who I am, and you can count on me to stay this way. It doesn't mean you never make mistakes. It means you stay true to your values regardless of circumstances. That steadiness creates a sense of security in the minds of others, and security is the soil where trust grows. Trust cannot survive in unpredictability. If someone says one thing today and something different tomorrow, you never really know where you stand with them. That uncertainty slowly eats away at confidence. But when people see you communicate the same truth, the same standards, and the same respect repeatedly, they stop questioning your credibility. Your consistency teaches them that your word has weight and your character has roots. It's not about grand gestures. It's about the small, steady ones that build up over time. Every conversation, every promise, every moment you choose to align what you say with what you do is another brick laid in the foundation of trust. And over time, those bricks turn into a wall strong enough to lean on. People don't trust perfection, they trust patterns. They trust the rhythm of who you are, not the rare exception of what you do once in a while. Consistency is what takes good communication and turns it into lasting influence because it assures people you are dependable. And dependability is the highest form of silent. Listening speaks louder than talking because people don't remember every word you say, but they always remember how deeply you made them feel heard. Real trust is born when someone knows you value their voice as much as your own. Too often, we confuse communication with speaking, when in reality, the most powerful part of communication is listening. When you listen with full attention, you send a message far louder than words. You matter. Your thoughts are important. And I care enough to understand you. That unspoken assurance builds trust faster than any polished speech ever could. Listening is not waiting for your turn to talk. It is removing distractions, silencing your inner response, and being fully present in that moment. People can sense when you are truly engaged, and they can sense when you are pretending. Half. Listening creates distance, while full listening creates connection. When you show someone that their words are safe with you, you create a space of respect and openness, and that space naturally grows into trust. Listening is powerful because it shifts the focus from yourself to the other person. It says, I'm not here just to be understood, I'm here to understand. And when people feel understood, they begin to trust your intentions, not just your expressions. It's not about agreeing with everything they say. It's about validating that their feelings and perspectives are real and important to them. That validation is what disarms defensiveness and replaces it with confidence in you. When you choose to listen more than you talk, you gain more than just information. You gain trust, loyalty, and influence. Because at the end of the day, people don't chase after those who talk the most. They lean into those who listen the best tone shapes. Meaning, because the way you say something often carries more weight than the actual words you choose. Two people can speak the same sentence, yet one can create trust, while the other destroys it simply because of their tone. Imagine saying, in a rushed, irritated tone, compared to saying it calmly with patience and presence. The words are identical, but the impact is completely different. People don't just hear your words, they feel your tone, and that feeling is what sticks with them long after the conversation ends. Trust grows when your tone matches your intention. If your goal is to build understanding, but your tone sounds sharp, impatient, or dismissive, your words lose their power. On the other hand, even difficult truths can build trust when spoken with respect, steadiness, and compassion. Your tone communicates your inner state, your respect, your care, your openness more clearly than your vocabulary ever could. That is why people often say, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Tone also regulates emotion in a conversation. When tension is high, your calm tone can diffuse defensiveness. When someone feels insecure, your encouraging tone can strengthen their confidence. When someone feels unheard, your patient tone can open them up. You set the emotional temperature of every interaction through your tone, and that temperature decides whether trust rises or falls. The way you carry your voice, your pace, your volume, and even your pauses are signals people pick up instantly. Those signals either say, you can trust me, or be careful with me. Mastering your tone is mastering the bridge between intention and perception. And when people can feel the sincerity in your voice, they won't just believe your words, they'll believe in you. Honesty over perfection builds trust because people don't connect with flawless masks. They connect with real humans. When you try to present yourself as someone who never makes mistakes, never struggles, and never doubts, others may admire you from a distance, but they won't truly trust you. Trust isn't born from perfection. It's born from authenticity. Being honest about your strengths and weaknesses, your wins and your lessons. Tells people you're not hiding behind an image. You're showing up as yourself. That kind of honesty makes others feel safe because they know what they see is what they get. Perfection creates pressure, but honesty creates connection. When you admit that you don't have all the answers or that you've failed before, you make space for others to be honest too. That shared vulnerability is what makes relationships stronger. It doesn't make you weaker, it makes you relatable. People don't expect you to be perfect, they expect you to be truthful. And when your words and actions carry the weight of honesty, people can trust them even when they're not polished. Honesty also protects your credibility. If you try to maintain a perfect front, cracks will eventually show, and those cracks break trust instantly. But when you're honest, even about imperfections, no one can use them against you because you've already owned them. Transparency turns flaws into proof of character. It shows that you value truth more than appearance, integrity more than ego. Trust thrives in environments where people feel they don't have to second guess your motives or decode hidden agendas. Honesty gives them that freedom. It builds relationships on a foundation that can weather mistakes and challenges because it was never built on illusion in the first place. People may respect perfection, but they trust honesty, and trust is always the higher compliment. When it comes down to it, trust is not built through fancy words or complicated strategies. It's built through how we communicate every single day. Clarity makes people feel safe. Consistency shows them they can rely on you. Listening proves their voice matters. Tone carries the heart of your message. And honesty makes every interaction real. Put these together, and you become the kind of communicator people don't just hear, but believe. And when people believe in you, doors open, relationships deepen, and influence grows naturally. So as you walk away from this message, remember, you don't need to be perfect to build trust. You need to be intentional. Every conversation is an opportunity to either strengthen or weaken the bond of trust with those around you. Choose clarity. Choose consistency. Choose listening. Choose a respectful tone. And above all, choose honesty. Those choices will make your communication not only powerful, but unforgettable. Thank you for giving me your time and energy today. I hope these words stay with you the next time you open your mouth to speak or pause to listen. Keep growing, keep practicing, and keep showing up as your best self. You have what it takes to build the kind of trust that lasts a lifetime. Good luck on your journey, and I'm cheering for you every step of the way.